Welcome back to another episode of Love's Language. It's the big boss dog, D Love, and I got my AAU high school coach. Hey, coach, I appreciate you coming by. I got Coach Chad Ware right
Yes, sir.
now.
Yes, sir. Coach Ware, Houston Top Guns, and off season don't exist. That's me.
Off season don't exist. Where'd you get that name from?
Uh, Man, off season don't exist. I was just coaching and just hooping and stuff, and I was like, man, you know what? It's no off season. You got to keep going 24/7. In life. You know what I'm saying? Not just with sports in life. You got to keep going.
Yeah.
So I was like, hey, off season don't exist. And it just grew from there. You know what I'm saying? We had a bunch of kids back then when you was in school. Like De'Aaron Fox was rocking with us and stuff. So it just just blew up from there. So
Well, first and foremost, I want to apologize for not coming to every practice. I may have skipped a couple of practices, but I didn't have a ride. That's my excuse. I didn't have a ride.
That's
So I
cool.
wanted
That's
to
cool.
ask you, what really made you get into coaching, and what made you want to take that chance and teach young kids and give them the game and the knowledge of how to get to college? Because I'm gonna be honest with you, and I gotta give you your credit. You definitely helped me get to college, like 100%. The exposure, the patience, because I don't think I was the easiest kid to deal with. I wasn't a bad kid. I just don't think I was the easiest kid to deal with. But also having not just me, but 11 other attitudes on one team. You know what I'm saying? And managing all of that. How do you feel like you got through that?
So I first started doing AAU. I was really, man, I used to do music. So like, with them talking about the music and stuff, I was on music, man. I used to rap. So that's what I was doing. But, rapping wasn't paying the bills.
Got you.
So that's when I was like, man, you know what? Basketball. I've been doing basketball my whole life. So I'm like, man, I need to start coaching. My little brother Solomon, shout out to Solomon. He was, starting off playing YMCA and, doing all this. I'm like, man, they got these dudes out here don't know what they doing. Let me get into this coaching thing. So that's when I, started coaching right there.
So I ain't gonna lie, I coached a little bit, like for 2 summers.
Yeah.
Man, I quit. I was like, man, damn this. These kids get on my nerves.
Nah.
Take me through the steps, because I was thinking about starting my own AAU organization.
Mm-hmm.
How did you start an organization? Because Houston Top Guns is huge now. I
did.
still watch y'all page and keep up. I keep in contact with you, like, man, coach. And I say once a year I gotta thank you, like, man, coach, I appreciate you, man. So how did you start a whole organization?
So this is how Top Gun started. Coach Virgil Ray, you know what I'm saying, my boy. Shout out to Coach Ray. You know what I'm saying? When I was coming up, Coach Ray was, starting his own team. He had his team called Straight Ballin'.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But Straight Ballin' sounded like some Tupac. I think he got it off a Tupac song. He's like, we don't know about that Straight Ballin'. Yeah. So he ended up getting with Coach Wells. Shout out to Coach Wells, Ron Wells.
Shout out Coach
from
Wells.
HBU, ACU. And they, you know what I'm saying, when I first started, they was coming together to put their teams together.
Okay.
And you know what I'm saying, like I said, I used to do music. So I was real young. I was starting off, I was fresh out of college. So I'm like, 23, I was like 23 years old. So I was like, you know what, man, let's do it. If we're going to do it, let's do it. So when I first started, I realized the game of AAU and how it works, you know what I'm saying? So a lot of people, what they do and why we still relevant, why we've been around for so long, they try to compare themselves to the teams that are, you know what I'm saying, that's sponsored. You know what I'm saying? They try to compare themselves to the Nike teams, to the Houston Hoops, you know what I'm saying? Houston Defenders, all those teams like that. So when you're trying to compare yourself to that, it's not close.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You're not getting the free shoes. You're not getting the free gear. You don't get the free plane trips. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta separate yourself somehow. So when we first started doing that, it was like, hey, come on, man. So I'm like, you know what? I'm good with Instagram. Was first starting up. They just starting Instagram, Twitter.
Oh, this
so
must have been
years
ago.
It's back in the day. So I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna get an Instagram page. I'm gonna get a Twitter page, and we gonna just start pumping it up. Matter of fact, crazy thing is, the first time we started doing tryouts, man, we barely had anybody show up. You know what I'm saying? So like, because we had the Top Guns on the ones you played on the north side, and we had one on the south side. So the south side, he had some guys show up because he already had some guys, but we barely had any guys show up the first time we started. So I'm like, man. So that's when it was like, we got to start promoting. You know what I'm saying? You got to get out there. You got to go to these basketball games, high school games, talk to the coaches and stuff. So it was kind of like, you know what I'm saying? So I was just starting to teach and stuff too. So I was like, you know what? I'm about to use what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? So I was starting teaching. I was teaching at Victory Prep. Shout out to Jared Vanderbilt. I was over there with them dudes. And I'm like, man, you know what? I need to go get some of these guys, man. You know, of course Vanderbilt was, you know, he top guy. You know, he McDonald's All-American.
Absolutely.
But you know, the other guys, I'm like, hey, who you playing with? You know, who you playing with? So just going to the games, looking at these dudes, I'm like, man, I got to do something. So man, we just from there it just blew up. You know what I'm saying? We got a bunch of kids going to college and all that. So,
but it take
time.
That's a great way to, you know, keep going. That's a great story. You know what I'm saying? Because to not have many people show up, that's part of it though.
That's part of it.
That's no knock. That's just part of it. Anything you start is not gonna be hitting right off the bat.
Nah,
you know what I'm saying? So the first question I want to ask you, what made you kind of stay determined when, because a lot of people want to start something and they want it to flourish in the first 3 seconds of it. You know what I'm saying? How did you walk into a gym, see that many people not there, and keep going like, man, I need to go harder with this?
Yeah. I mean, it's just like I said, I was in music, so I know how stuff works. You know what I'm saying? I know the politics and stuff. So I was kind of like, you know what? Okay, you know, it ain't looking like that right now. Okay, let's build it up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's when it started with the Instagram page and the Twitter page and posting it on Facebook and just getting the word around. And then it just, you know, people just like, hey, didn't get to the point where people like, they hit you up. You know what I'm saying? So people start hitting you up like, man, I heard you got a team. And the fact that at that time, it wasn't that many people traveling that was not a sponsored team. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, we used to travel to the Double Pump tournament. Shout out to the Pump Brothers in California. And we was really, it might have been like 2-3 Texas teams there. You know what I'm saying? Us, maybe TJ Ford came a couple times. And like Team Texas, you know, they were sponsored. So that was nothing to them. You know what I'm saying? But to have us out there, and like I said, we seen LeVar Ball, the Ball brothers. We seen all them dudes hooping out there. So it was kind of like, man, this is where it's at. A bunch of coaches. I'm talking about like every coach on the West Coast. You know what I'm saying? And coaches from down here. So it was like, yeah, let's get this going. So people started seeing like, man, they really traveling. This is not just a local team. It's not just a local team. So that was kind of, you know, built it up more and made more people want to come too. So,
man, you know, and for me playing and being a part of this, I could definitely.
You gotta show the highlights too, man.
Man, I could definitely second this. You know what I'm saying? We gonna pull them up.
Okay, you gotta pull up your highlights.
We gonna pull them up. I could definitely second this. You know what I'm saying? And for me being a kid that honestly couldn't afford like a high market team, I couldn't afford. I think I had the talent, but I couldn't afford to be in certain situations. But I knew I wasn't trying to play on some team with pennies, penny jerseys. You know what I'm talking about?
Nah,
you know what I mean? When you get the marker from Walmart and we scratching them on the back and stuff, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like the Houston Top Guns organization, man, and I'm not just saying it because you're standing right here, man. It paved the way for me. You know what I'm saying? It's bigger than just basketball. You know, as I said in a previous episode, it's bigger than just basketball. So how do you feel you've put the right people around you and had like the right kids? Like, okay, first and foremost, how did you know what kids you wanted to go after and which one you didn't?
I mean, like I said, just going to these high school games, right? And I'm watching the kids, knowing what type of players I like. You know what I'm saying? So at that time, like even when we got you, I had a point guard, Alex Williams, went to Cy Creek. You know what I'm saying? I know how Alex Williams play. He fast. He gonna move the ball. He gonna play defense, right? Then we have Royce Hunter from Dobie, who gonna go score the ball. You know how Royce is. He gonna go score the ball. So
gonna try to get a
and then we have Reese Spencer. You know what I'm saying? He was blowing up. Like he was blowing up. You know, a real 6'3" shooter, could shoot the ball, shooting it from everywhere. So it was kind of like, okay, now I got these pieces. Now I need to add different pieces to it.
Right.
So when you and AJ came around, I was like, man, I went to go watch AJ at spring. I seen he had like 50 points. I'm like, yo, this dude. And then they told me what team he played on. I'm like, man, this dude actually can play. You know what I'm saying? So then he brought you on, which we didn't even know. We didn't even know we was gonna take you.
Yeah,
you know
I
what I'm saying?
at first. Yeah.
we didn't know.
Tell the truth.
I'm gonna tell you. So we didn't know we was gonna take him. He showed up to a practice. We like, okay, man. I already got all these dudes already, man. And we at that time we had the twins was on our team. Shout out to the Raya twins. We had them at one point.
Yeah.
And then they end up going to another team, but we still got to keep going. So we just adding players. So he show up. We like, man, who is this kid? He came to practice. We like, okay, yeah. He looked like he's pretty good. So he come to practice. We like, okay. He missed a lot of practice. Like I say, he need to ride. You know, he ain't the only kid that need to ride practice. So he missing some practices. And then he like, you know what? Just come to a tournament. We had a tournament, Brian Jolivet tournament. We playing at the gym in Humble. We like, just come on over, man. Humble, Tassita. So he came to the tournament. And we like, man, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna put him out there. I put him on the court. And man, kid shot a shot and missed it. And I'm talking about he got to the top of the square and put that mug in. I said, oh yeah, I'm playing with it. I said, I told the other coach, I told Coach Ron, Coach Wells, and Coach Verge, and Coach Williams. I said, hey, he on our team, man.
Yeah.
ain't no asking nothing else. Just tell him to show up and we playing.
Yeah. I'm gonna be honest with you. When I first started on the AAU team, I wasn't going nowhere. I was like, man, I'm here until I graduate high school.
Yeah.
Because of the energy that was already brought into the gym. Now, granted, it was kind of put together at first, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was kind of just, man, look, but I understood the hustle of basketball. Like, man, every tournament ain't gonna be the same.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying, man? This kid he don't play here no more. You know what I'm saying? And that taught me how to, in life, that taught me, man, roll with the punches. You know what I'm saying? Look, okay, I had 10 this weekend. I got 7 this weekend. Man, we played a tournament with 5 players one time. I don't even remember that.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
We done played a lot of tournaments with 5
whooping
players.
boys. We was getting it done.
Yeah, we done played with 5 a lot, man. It's just, I mean, like I said, you got to roll with the punches, man. And
absolutely.
Just like life, so it's just got to keep going. So just, man, like I said, AAU is a good thing, and I hate that people try to, down talk AAU out here. A lot of guys try to, AAU messing up basketball. Nah, man. AAU, and another thing that about AAU that I used to be like, man, there's too many AAU teams. But then I had to step back and look, like, these AAU teams, some of these teams saving dudes that's could be in the street, could be robbing you. You know what I'm saying? So, and it was one team, I don't know, I can't remember the name of it. It was one team, though. It was a local team. It was like Northside something. I want to say it was like Northside Bandits or something like that, right? And they had a kid he was pretty good. You know what I'm saying? He could have really went somewhere. A bunch of sponsor teams wanted him and stuff, but he like, nah, I'm staying with my team.
Yeah.
And the kid was real good. And at the time, I'm like, man, it's too many teams. Why are all these teams popping up?
Absolutely.
But that team saved that kid's life. You know what I'm saying? That kid could have been in jail, could have shot. He could have been doing all type of stuff. So for like when people be saying that, man, it's just levels to AAU teams. That's all
absolutely.
it is. It's just levels.
There's levels, and it. Oh, so we got.
Oh, you got the clip. Yeah,
we got the clip ready.
We got to watch the clip. Everybody watch this.
You got this. Shout out to Alec, man. Alec gonna get it done.
He doing his thing.
We got the clip ready. We go. Hold on. We're gonna edit this part out. I sent you two. I know that's
I saw
yeah.
I don't know why it's not letting me move it. Okay, there we go.
There we go. Yeah,
there we go.
Yeah. Look at that young boss hog right there. Houston Top Guns. If you want to go to college, if you want to succeed as an AAU team, it's the real deal right here.
Yeah.
Let's see it. Let's do it. Yo, bucket. Okay, coach. Look, this one y'all ain't want to put me in the game though. It was really like that.
Bunch of dunks.
Yeah. Ooh. We had fun though.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. We had fun.
Yeah, no, it was good. Good time.
It was cool. And, all jokes aside, this tournament right here got me to my first college. After this,
at the Gasso,
at the Gasso, this tournament right here, I never forget that because after that, he shot it and he missed, and I put it back.
Yeah.
I had Jacksonville College come up to me and talk to me, and that was the beginning of my college career.
Yep.
So as we laugh and we joke, this paved the way. Excuse me. This paves the way for my life.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? I just wanted to give you your respect, man.
For sure.
I wanted to give you your respect,
shout
man.
Shout out to the Gasso, man.
Shout out to the
Blue and them at the Gasso.
We had another video. I wanted to.
You got another clip too.
Yeah, we got another clip. One more. But shout out to the Gasso, and after this, my life began.
Yeah.
For me, you know what I'm saying? Because
for sure.
I was never that kid that was okay. This is the next one right here. This is the next one right here. This is a little promotion, you know what I'm saying?
For
It's
sure.
a little promotion. Houston Top Guns.
Oh, yeah, that's our trials from last year, man.
Yeah,
So,
Houston
shout
Top
out
Guns.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, shout out to
I skipped past that part. I didn't do no.
Yeah, we had some good guys.
But they gonna get you right though.
Oh yeah. We had some talent come through, man. Y'all was the real first group that was just like
for real.
You know what I'm saying? That was gonna push the way. And after y'all, we done had so many guys come through. Kyrie McDaniel. We done had Enzo come through, man. Jacob Harvey. Shout out to Jacob Harvey, man. He done one of the leading 3-point shooters in Division III right now, man, at Trinity University.
Yeah.
So like I said, we done had a bunch of guys come through, go to the next level, play ball and pro ball, like Rashard. I don't know if you remember Rashard. He was a little bit after you.
Yeah,
but Rashard Perkins, he graduated D2 and went to go play overseas. So just,
appreciate
Got some
that.
guys out there, man.
I appreciate that. But no, I definitely want the, it's huge. You know what I'm saying? Because, like you said, AAU is watered down nowadays.
Oh, yeah.
Because now I've only spent 2 summers in it, and I talk
Yeah.
about these 2 summers vividly
Mm-hmm.
because I didn't want to do it anymore. I'm like,
Yeah.
man, y'all don't, y'all motive wasn't the same as mine. I don't relate to a lot of y'all. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? There's no disrespect to a
Mhm.
lot of the kids nowadays,
Yeah.
but okay, I could speak for me and AJ because that was my like partner in crime when we was
Yeah,
going
yeah,
through
yeah.
AAU teams.
Mhm.
Like we wasn't going to no team where both of us couldn't play.
No, I already
You know what
yeah.
I'm saying? So
I already know.
it was like that, but our motive, the conversation we would have, we was like, bro, I'm going to get to college. Like,
Yeah.
I'm going to get to college. I don't give a
Mhm.
damn, excuse my phrase, if I got to
Yeah, yeah.
start at a JUCO
No,
or
for sure.
community college, bro. I'm going to move up.
You gonna make
But
it. Yeah.
that's the mindset. And I got kids that can't even dribble with their left hand that's
Yeah.
telling me, well, they dad coming up to me, man,
Oh, yeah.
why you not putting my son
Why
in
you
the
ain't let him
game?
play? Yeah.
Man.
Man, you gotta deal with that a lot. You gotta deal
Coach,
with that a lot.
but if you know,
yeah.
if this player not good enough or not, like,
Yeah,
man,
yeah.
yo, son, garbage.
So,
Respectfully.
I ain't gonna lie to you. Not to like in today's AAU, like y'all's was a little different too. But nowadays with that transfer portal,
it's
man,
terrible.
it's a lot of kids that's not gonna make it to the next level. But they, they parents think they gonna make it.
Yeah.
But it's like, man, matter of fact, I talked to a college coach yesterday. Man, he called me. He like, Coach, I don't want nobody in 2025.
Wow.
So all the high school kids right now, it's like, if you an unsigned senior,
it's over with.
I mean, hey, you better go. Whoever done offered you, you better take it.
Yeah.
Like, you better take it. You know what I'm saying? And that's not saying that they can't, get something if they play AAU in the summertime. But you remember back in y'all day, being an unsigned senior was kind of frowned upon. It was like, you know what I'm saying? But people like me and M&E Elite, shout out to Coach Mike, like, we took unsigned seniors.
Yeah.
So we gave them the chance to do that. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So now, in today's AAU, it's part of the game now. It's unsigned seniors. Like,
I think a lot of the kids nowadays have too much pride.
mm-hmm.
I played for you as an unsigned senior.
Yeah.
I played for you. I came back.
You
I
came
was
back
like, Coach,
after AJ beat us in the tournament.
Yeah.
I called you. I said, man, hold on.
Yeah.
I need you and AJ back.
But he was already signed,
Mhm.
and
Yeah,
I
he
could
got
have
signed,
tucked
yeah.
my tail and been mad at the world. But I
Yeah.
came back. I said, Coach, I ain't gonna lie. I just
Mhm.
need like 2 months.
Yeah.
Damn, it's not a contract. Like, Coach, I just need June and July.
And that's all it be taking
I
some
may
time.
not play through August, but I just need a couple more shots. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Because I knew, okay, Coach Ware gonna put me in the spotlight. He gonna put me exactly where I need to go. And you would always say, man, go somewhere where you gonna play.
Mhm.
Go somewhere where you gonna get the education.
Yep.
Go somewhere where, man, you're not just riding the bench because you got a high name on,
Yep.
like you on a high team with a high name. You know what I'm saying? Go
for sure.
and you preach that. And I want to commend you. You preach that, man. Go D3, go NAIA. Don't sit and wait at in August hoping for that D1 to call you.
That's the problem today. Everybody think they Division I, man.
Yeah.
Everybody think they Division I. At some point, a kid thought he was a Division I player, and 99, like, I'm gonna be honest, 99% of them not Division I players, man. And it's just the reality of what it is. You know what I'm saying?
And that's okay.
And ain't nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with being a Division III player, Division II player, NAIA player, JUCO player. Nothing wrong with that.
It's
man.
nothing wrong with
But
that.
kids think, it's not. I mean,
Right.
it's hard to get to those levels.
And stay there.
And stay there.
It's hard to get there and stay there. And I've went JUCO and NAIA, and I've seen a lot of D1 transfers come to NAIA and don't get burned.
They don't get burned. They're not used to it. They're not used to that level.
I've seen kids come from a D1 level to my NAIA, and I'm thinking, right when you hear the D1, you're like, oh my God.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
but then you get
and you
there,
went to a top NAIA.
a very top NAIA.
That's
So
one of the top NAIAs in the country. When you told me you was going there, I was like, oh yeah.
I hit you
Pike.
up.
Yeah. I said, Pike, that's a top NAI. You know, they always in the tournament.
I ain't gonna lie. You was definitely like my manager at a point. So I just wanted to see what you thought about it. I was like, Coach, I got this offer here. What you think?
Yeah.
And it'd be a 5-minute conversation. You was like, do that.
Yeah. Nah, for sure. Nah, like
that.
you probably, I knew it. I was like, oh yeah. That's one of them schools you got to take. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, and a lot of kids don't know about that. And that's the bad thing about it being in this industry is that a lot of kids think that they got to be Division I. You're not going to Duke. You know,
Right.
99% of them not going to North Carolina. You're not going to, half of them not going to U of H. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Even when U of H was bad.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
like, you're not going there. You got to take what you got to take, man. And,
Yeah.
and being D3 NAI, ain't nothing wrong with that because a lot of kids don't even get to play at the next level. You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact.
You and your boy, y'all are in the percentage that made it to do it. A lot of kids don't get to do it.
Yeah.
It's not there. You know what I'm saying? They playing at the rec league now. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And I know a lot of kids now that, you know, that was playing, end up stopping, and now they, you know, you playing in an adult league in Houston now. Because that's, you know, you just want to still hoop. But ain't nothing wrong with that neither, man.
Nothing
As
wrong
long as
with
you
that.
get your stuff together, you good.
Mm-hmm. So how do you decipher, okay, say, this is not even a hypothetical because I know you deal with this.
Mm-hmm.
You have a team of 10, right? 5 has the potential,
Yep.
5 don't.
Mm-hmm.
How do you coach all of them together?
Man, you gotta coach them all the same. You know what I'm saying? So even if they don't have the potential, I'm gonna push them to be good at whatever they end up doing. You know what I'm saying? So, and a lot of times they do end up, you know, going somewhere. You know, they'll call me, hey coach, I got this, you know, Division III in Nebraska. You know what I'm saying? And I'll be like, oh, okay. You know, and they end up going. And some of them end up being great players there. You know what I'm saying? Because they keep working on their game. They know they gotta keep working on their game. It just depends. You know what I'm saying? So we just, like I said, you got to coach them all the same and push them to, you know, go to the next level. Even if it's not basketball, you know, I had kids call, "Hey, coach, I'm not hooping anymore." Matter of fact, somebody played with you. I don't know if you remember Antonio. Antonio. He ended up going to Prairie View. He ended up going to Prairie View. Man, was class president, graduated. You know, doing his thing. So it's like, basketball might not be it. He was ranked high in the city at the time.
I remember that.
Yeah.
I remember that.
He
He played with Jared Vanderbilt, right?
Yep, yeah, he played at Victory Prep. So, you know, I was teaching him at Victory Prep and stuff. So, like, it happens, man. You know, it's life. So, you know, and nothing wrong with just going and doing what you got to do, go to school and stuff. So, but some kids,
it's the bigger opportunity.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? And that's what I've learned because when I first met you, I'm going to be honest, everything in my life consisted of basketball.
Yeah.
My friends that I hung out with, what I ate, the times I woke up, what I wore, where I hang out at, everything consisted of, this don't make sense towards my basketball life.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's hard to kind of get past that and see life for anything else. Like now I work a job, a good paying job, and I do other things that God has blessed me to be talented enough to do. But how do you deal with kids that, man, because you've always pushed, get an education while you're doing it. If they're gonna pay you to play basketball, man, you need to get your ducks in a row and take advantage of this opportunity. You get what I'm saying? So what made you want to teach kids that? Because that's tough. Because a lot of older men and OGs and coaches and mentors won't tell you that part of the game. They'll just push you 100% and 100 miles per hour into basketball.
So, and I'm gonna be honest with you. Even when I first started doing AAU, a lot of the OGs didn't want to give me the game. You know what I'm saying? Like they didn't tell me about, okay, go to this tournament, do this, do that. A lot of them just, you know, it's just I guess it was just like how it was back in the day. You know what I'm saying? The OGs kind of was like, man, you gotta make it on your own. Where to me and people, my peers, my age, around my age, we all like, man, we gonna give y'all the game. Because why would we not give you the game? You know what I'm saying? Somebody gave us the game. You know what I'm saying? One OG was like, hey, this is what you need to do this, move this way. So I'm going to get a game to y'all. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to tell you what to do. So, I mean, like I say, I tell kids all the time, man, make sure you get that education because that's what's going to take you to the next level. You know what I'm saying? And some kids don't, you know, some kids don't go to college, but they end up doing something with themselves. You know what I'm saying? It might be a barber, start their own business. You know what I'm saying? I got kids that, you know, cut hair and stuff like, man, go do something. Do something. Do something. So just to push them forward to do something with their life. That's it.
How many years you got coaching under your belt?
Man, I've been doing this. I've been doing this for a while, man. So like I've been teaching for like 12 years. So I've been doing it way longer than I've been teaching. So like 20 something, man. I'm probably more than that.
Man,
I've been doing it for a long time.
Yeah,
I've been doing it for a long time, man. But I mean, like I said, I love it, man, because people like you, y'all grow up and y'all appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? Y'all appreciate what we were doing for y'all, taking y'all on the road. Because a lot of, like I said, and even with the traveling, a lot of kids won't get to go see California. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
A lot of kids won't get to go to North Carolina, Atlanta. That's where we go a lot now. Is Atlanta, Kansas City. Like a lot of kids won't be able to go see that. You know what I'm saying? So being able to take somebody there and hey man, you can play the sport that you love and do what you want to do.
And do
man,
it
they like it. Yeah. So they, you know, and you know, a lot of kids hit me back. You know, just like how you be hitting me back. A lot of players be hitting me up. Hey, coach. Man, I ain't never been to California again, but we went out there. You know what I'm saying? Like we went out there, I had fun. You know what I'm saying? So that's what make the game worth it. Make me want to keep doing it because a lot of times I'll be like, I don't even want to do this no more. You
Really?
know what I'm saying? Even with teaching, man, just dealing, because a lot of kids these days they different. You know what I'm saying? They kind of like, they not like y'all.
Yeah.
They're not like y'all. A lot of kids are different, but you know what I'm saying? For me, it's always that thing in the back of my head, like, bro, if you don't do it, who gonna do it for these kids? You know what I'm saying? Because they got, you know what I'm saying? They got the big name team. The big name teams, we don't cater to that. You know what I'm saying? I can't cater to the kids that's going to the Houston Hoops and all those things. I can't cater to that.
Yeah.
So for the kids that need a chance to play at the next level, I got to help them. So for me, it's like, man, let me go out there and let me do it. So that's what keep me pushing, keep going with this AAU stuff and everything. You know what I'm saying? So.
You ever thought about like going a different route? Like, man, I'm tired of y'all kids.
Be honest. Man. I have a lot. I have a lot, man. A couple years back, I was kind of like, man, you know what? I don't even want to do this crap no more, man. But like I said, there's always something like, man, you got to do it, man.
Yeah.
You got to do it. Because like I said, I started really doing it because of my little brother, man. So with that group, with y'all and Solomon and them, it was kind of like, man, let's see where this can go with it.
Yeah.
So, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, for me, it's like, dang, I would want somebody to help me out like that. So.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because when I was coming up, we didn't have all these AAU teams. It was only like, it was Houston Hoops, Houston Elite. It was a couple teams, man, that was sponsored. You know what I'm saying? So, and we didn't have, it wasn't a lot like that. You know what I'm saying? Houston Superstar. It wasn't like a lot of teams that was just catering around AAU.
Yeah.
So for me, I'm like, you know what? I got to be that team that's there for them. You know what I'm saying? Because they had, you know, they had little teams too. Like back then, like I played for the Northwest Raptors. Shout out to them. I played for them when I was playing AAU, but you know what I'm saying? We didn't travel like that, but we traveled. You know what I'm saying? So it was kind of like, dang, you know, I want to give some kid that chance. So that's why I keep going, man. Every year I got to keep going. And
there's a lot of sacrifice that goes behind that.
Oh, yeah.
You know, the weekends and traveling and
away from your family.
Away from your family
and,
you know, helping other people's kids and all of that stuff. And
so, and that, I mean, the same thing with that. That's just like with you know, me coaching in high schools. With teaching and stuff, it's the same thing. You away from your family because you got games on the weekends and stuff. So just, you know, it's a part of it. Yeah. But it's good, though. You know what I'm saying? You doing what you're supposed to do, man.
Absolutely. So. Where do you see the Houston Top Guns organization in 10 years from now?
Man, hopefully, you know, I find a young coach, somebody like yourself or somebody that really want to, you know, do it. And I see my, you know, in 10 years, they be running it, and I'll just, you know, be in the background and helping out here and there. So that's what I'm trying to push toward, man. Any coaches out there want to coach and do this thing, man, come holler at me.
I'm not going to lie. I thought about giving it another shot. I'm going to be honest. I think I was with the wrong group of kids.
Yeah. I mean, and that can happen, too.
Yeah,
you know, that
I
can happen
truly
too.
believe so.
And the age group, you know what I'm saying? It depends on the age group. Like, me personally, I don't know if I could do a 7th grade AAU team anymore because of how it is, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. But we got, you know what I'm saying, we got 6th, 7th grade, but I got coaches that do that, you know what I'm saying? I just come to the game and watch, and, you know, if I see something, I'll help them out. But, you know, that's not, you know what I'm saying? I can't coach that. I got to do 17. I got to do older.
Man, I totally understand because my friend AJ coaches now.
Yeah.
And he's at a middle school.
Yep.
I'm not going to put exactly what he be saying out there. Like, it makes him mad sometimes, you know what I'm saying?
But see, his thing is he used to, like him and you, he used to playing with, so seeing that, it's like, man, this ain't that.
And that's exactly what he says. That's exactly what he said. He said, man, the talent level, for one, and that's not even the biggest problem. You're not as talented and you have an attitude.
Attitude, yep.
And I got to deal with your parents.
And the parents be the worst, man.
Let's talk about it real quick.
Hey, you parents, man. So I haven't dealt with a lot of like really, really bad ones. Yeah. But, you know, in the past, I've had some bad ones, and it's just like, they don't understand. Number one, they don't understand what's going on.
Right.
They don't understand about colleges. They think, you know, hey, coach, can you call the coach from U of H? And I'm like,
and see if he can come look at my son.
Yeah. I call Samson and tell him come watch your kid that barely makes any plays in the game and barely plays.
And don't get back on defense.
It's not gonna work. Yeah, don't get back on defense. Barely can make a layup. Yeah, I come tell him to watch. Yeah, sure. But I mean, and that's part of it. They don't understand that, man. And I've had coaches come watch kids play, and they'll tell me like, Coach, no, he's not it. You know, and it'd be mostly Division I coaches. They'll be like, nah, he ain't it for us, coach. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So that's when I have to, hey, this might not be for you. You know what I'm saying? The D1 level, that's not it. Yeah. So don't get stuck on thinking you gonna get D1 because these coaches not seeing it. Yeah. So now we gotta look at another level. You know what I'm saying? And the thing about me, how I've stayed in this game and stayed relevant in this game is, I don't belittle no coach, man. So it'd be the Division III coaches hitting me up. I'm talking to them like they D1 coaches.
Absolutely.
Division II coaches, JUCO, NAI, whatever level it is. You know what I'm saying? It's so many levels out there. But just, all those coaches, they know when they hit me up, I'm talking to them like they're a D1 coach in my eyes. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And a lot of them end up going D1. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So now I got that connection with them. So they'll call, hey, coach, man, I remember when I was at D3, man, you used to always hit me up, send me players.
Yeah.
Now I'm over here at this D1. Oh, cool, bro. Yeah. I'm going to hit you up, man. Show me what you got, who you got, blah, blah, blah. You know what I'm saying? They'll hit me up and ask me, who's the best players in Houston right now? Who do I need to look at? And I tell them all those dudes, man, dudes that don't even play for me. You know what I'm saying?
Wow, that's love.
I tell them dudes that don't even play for me, like, go look at him, go look at that. You know what I'm saying? So even in the past, I've helped kids get, scholarships and stuff from D1 different levels, just from telling the coach, hey, go watch this dude.
Go watch him.
You know what I'm saying? He played for this team, but go watch him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Even bigger teams, you know what I'm saying? The kids that get left off and, lost in the shuffle. And that happens sometimes.
So a question, when you coaching at the high school level, because I know you coach all levels.
Yeah.
I know you got a hand in all levels. So when a kid is about a junior or senior getting ready to kind of go off, when do you know that he's ready? What makes a kid at that level ready for the next level, in your opinion?
Just how they take the game, and like you said, it's when you get to that next level, it's a business. You got to wake up at this time.
Yeah,
you got to wake up, work out 7 a.m. You got to be up 6 a.m., 5 a.m.
Yeah,
you got to be up ready to roll. It's not for fun anymore. It's not fun.
Right.
It's a business part of it now. So like a lot of kids don't understand that playing at the next level is different.
Yeah.
So some kids get lost in the shuffle when they get to college. They're like, man, I didn't know I was going to wake up at 5 a.m.
Yeah.
I didn't know I had to go to practice. I didn't know I had practice after practice late at night.
Study hall.
Study hall.
And
like,
weights. And all
weights,
it is.
all that. They don't understand that part of it. So it's like just getting them ready. Like, hey, it's gonna be different. It's gonna be different. And even the biggest star player when they get to the next level is different.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So just staying focused and staying real about it. I like to always stay real with these kids about like what's going on. You know what I'm saying? What's gonna happen? Like you say, you might be a million miles away. You might be homesick.
Yeah.
You might just randomly just be in the room, just randomly like, dang, I want to go home.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I can't see my mom. I can't see my dad. Like you might randomly do that. You know?
I didn't been through that.
Exactly what I'm saying. You might randomly sit in there and cry. You know what I'm saying? Just even to that aspect of just being a man and knowing it's okay.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You might cry sometimes thinking about going back home or what's going on at home because you're not, you know what I'm saying, you're not there to be there. You know what I'm saying? Like even, like you say, people passing away and you far away, now you got to come back home. Like that type of stuff, like all that, that's all part of it.
And then next week I got a game.
Next week you got a game. Now you got to fly back out. Yeah, exactly.
I gotta fly back out.
It's like a lot of kids don't understand that part of it. You know what I'm saying?
Man,
So
that is powerful.
It's different.
That's
it's
powerful.
different, man. So
it
you
really
gotta know.
is.
You gotta understand that it's different. It's
so
very different.
I asked you, where do you see the team in 10 years? Where do you see AAU in 10 years?
Honestly, I think it's gonna be kind of the same like it is right now. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, it's gonna be different. It's different levels to it. You know what I'm saying? There's always gonna be different levels, man. Like I say, you got the sponsor team where it's like, hey, these dudes here, they about to go to the NBA.
Yeah.
Honestly, you know what I'm saying? So it's crazy because like a lot of these dudes that's in the NBA right now, I seen them grow up in AAU basketball. Like literally, we was in California in the Adidas tournament, and what's his name for the Rockets? Green.
Jalen Green
playing. I'm watching Jalen Green play. Jalen Green, Wiseman when he was young, watching these dudes, and now they just Jason Tatum, watching him play against De'Aaron Fox. Like I'm watching him, like dang, this dude. But you can see that it's different. Like these dudes going to the NBA.
You know. And honestly, as an AAU player, I knew too. Like me and my friend would talk about it. Like, hey, I ain't gonna lie, he going to the league.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean,
like,
think about it. Think about it. When we played the Defenders that time.
Oh, at the gym. At the gym.
We
lost by 2.
Lost by 2.
Lost by 2. I remember that. We lost by 2. That was a crazy game.
Like that was some. They had some guys that ended up going pro.
They had 4 D1s and 2 leagues.
Exactly. You got what's his name that went to Miami? Cam. That's who he was holding most of the games.
Yeah. I ain't gonna lie, I'm mad at y'all. Like, yo, coach, look, I'm trying to score. I'm not trying to be the defensive man tonight. I'm trying, but that goes to your
JJ
point.
Cott, like all them dudes, man, that's crazy. You know what I'm saying?
They had a squad.
Yeah, they had a squad.
They had some
Greg was on their team. Rest in peace to Greg. Like they.
Yeah, RIP to that man.
Yeah,
RIP
like
to
that.
Greg.
But that was. But that's how you know it's different levels. That was a different when we was playing against those, the little teams.
Yeah.
It was nothing.
Yeah.
We was winning with 5 players.
Yeah.
You ain't beating them type of teams with 5 players.
You need about 8 or 9.
You got to have your whole squad together for that. It's a different level.
Truth.
Yeah.
It's the damn truth.
Yeah.
So how do you feel that now AAU has shifted to more of like a social media battle and a lot of cameras and all of that stuff?
Yeah.
How do you navigate through that? Because honestly, I feel like, before you answer, I didn't mean to cut you off. I feel like my graduating class was like, probably, I'm not trying to toot my own graduation class, but like we were one of the last ones of like that thin line between, because we wasn't at social media. Like I didn't even run my page like that. You know what I'm saying? Like I have Instagram, TikTok, Twitter. I would repost stuff and like, send my film, but like I didn't just have a whole camera crew come in, record me, and I'm going through practice with jelly layups, and I got all. If you know me, I wore the jersey that y'all gave me, some socks. I might throw a sleeve every now and again when I'm feeling a little. But like, how do you feel now that everything has to look a certain way? The cameras have to be on, and the kids are like cute now.
So to your thing, when you was playing, it wasn't that many people doing mixtapes.
No.
You had Ball is Life.
Yeah.
Like, but you had to be really, really good to get a mixtape.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then so we kind of changed the game a little bit in Houston with Backcourt Mixtape. Shout out to my boy Backcourt Mixtape.
Shout out to Backcourt Mixtape.
Backcourt Mixtape was like the first one, you know what I'm saying? He like, hey, I can do a mixtape. You know what I'm saying? I can do a mixtape for your team. Yeah. People wasn't really doing mixtapes, you know what I'm saying? If it wasn't like Take My Talent mixtape for the Houston Hoops and, all the big teams, it wasn't no. So we kind of went with the curve and shout out to Backcourt Mixtape. He came out there to California with us, did a mixtape for us out there too. So it was kind of like, I saw it, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So to go back to how you asked me, how I saw that the game was going to that. I seen it at that point.
Rapidly,
I'm like, man, everybody's starting to get a camera.
Yeah.
So I'm like, you know what? I need to find me a mixtape guy.
Yeah.
So I started giving all these dudes that do mixtape, I started giving them all opportunities, man. So and if you do mixtapes, hit me up. You know what I'm saying? Like I give them opportunities. So like, but to that thing is it's crazy because it be dudes that could barely play on their freshman B team and they got a mixtape. Yeah. But, and they don't understand that the coaches don't want to watch that. Coaches hate that. If you send a coach a mixtape, they're going to be like, no, I need to see your huddle. I need to see your full film. They don't want to see a mixtape because you can, like I said, if you don't, a dude on freshman B team can make a mixtape where he's dunking every single time and it looks like he scores 40 points a game.
Yeah.
But then you go watch him like, this dude barely plays.
Yeah.
And he don't
know the plays.
Yeah, he don't know the play. He don't know how to play. He don't know the plays. Like, he just out here. So it's like, so it kind of changed with everybody can get a mixtape. And I hated I hate that time that everybody get a mixtape because, like I said, back when y'all was playing, everybody didn't get a mixtape. You
had to earn it.
Yeah, you had to earn it. Now everybody, literally everybody can get a mixtape. I seen a mixtape the other day, a kid that in middle school.
Yeah, yeah.
On B team.
And it all looks the same.
Yeah, it looks the same.
I'm not gonna lie. I don't really hoop no more like that. I watch it and I sports bet, but I don't hoop no more like that. I got everything I need out of it. But I'm looking at half these kids, I'm like, it's the whole intro. They taking off their jacket.
Yep, taking off their jacket.
The camera
they
walking
in the
up
layup
to
line with a college shirt on and you're not even playing at that college. Why did your middle school coach let you wear that? Like, it's like, come on, man.
Yeah.
It's
they
all the
doing
same.
nice
you
little
doing a little
and I'm not hating by no means, but when you get to college, you're going to go against a dude that barely takes showers, don't care about none of the cameras.
You're going against a grown man.
And he going to kill you.
He a grown man. He trying to get it together for his family. He got 2 kids at home.
2 daughters.
Yeah, he trying to get it together, but they don't understand that part. They don't understand that part, man.
But you pretty up here in front of the cameras. Oh, nah.
And they always got to – man, I play in adult leagues, and it be dudes bringing cameras in there. And I'm like, come on, dude.
To adult league?
Yeah, to an adult league. I'm like, why are you bringing your cameraman in here?
Yeah.
And we just out here just playing. Like, this is fun for us. And you bringing a cameraman so you can post it on Instagram. That's the crazy part of basketball now. Is I'm like, man,
it's oversaturated.
Yeah,
damn,
it's
near.
too many.
Yeah,
too many. No matter where you at. So it's not a Houston thing. It's not a Texas thing. It's everywhere.
It's everywhere.
Everywhere. Don't matter where you are. Everywhere, man.
Do your team do that now?
Nah, like I said, I'll bring a cameraman out, but I don't bring them out every game.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I can't bring them out every game because then you won't work for it. You know what I'm saying? So like when I brought Kyrie Backcourt Mixtape for y'all.
Yeah.
Y'all played games already and y'all was killing and doing what you need to do.
Yeah.
So for me to be like, okay, we got a mixtape guy here for this game, every game. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna look good. It's definitely gonna look good.
Yeah.
But it's not gonna show that we lost a game by 20 points. You know what I'm saying? It's not gonna show that we lost by 10.
So let me ask you, like all jokes aside, does that bring the credibility down for a coach? Because I have players that's promoting this, but they're not really bringing it. So do that. Okay, so when you actually do have a player that's on that level and you try to market him out to a coach, does that bring the credibility down? Like I don't know, man. You brought me 3 mixtape warriors over here. So
nah, so like I said, the thing is they always gonna want to have a full game, or they gonna want to see huddle. They don't want to see the mixtape because the mixtape, like I said, you could be fooled by the mixtape.
Yeah.
So they want to see. I gotta see them in a full game. They gonna want to come to a game. Especially in the summertime, AAU during live period, they're gonna want to come to a game, and they're gonna want to watch them. And when they play for their school in June, they play for their school. You know, that's new. That's actually good for them though too. They do the big tournament in June in Dallas, but they gonna come watch. So you can't trick a college coach.
Nah,
you can't trick a college coach.
Nah.
I don't care what level it is. You can't trick them.
Nah.
I done send film for kids to the Division III kid, and the dude like, nah, he's not good enough. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like, oh. And you thought you was good enough, but you're not.
Yeah,
you're not good enough for that. So you can't be fooled by the mixtapes, man. Like they know.
I may have asked you this, but how do you have that tough conversation with a kid? Like, look, man, you're not that good. Like,
I mean, like I said, I won't belittle a kid and tell him like he, man, you sorry, you can't play. You know what I'm saying? I won't do that, but I'll tell him like, hey, man, you need to think about what you're doing, because it's, and then that's another thing people don't understand. Coaches are watching everything when it's live period. They watching everything. They watching how you warm up. They watching your attitude. They watching if you cussing on the sideline. I had a kid literally that was really, really good. You know what I'm saying? I tell you people this story all the time. So we was in the tournament, right? We watching the kid. He about 6'8". I'm talking about monster.
Really?
I'm talking about he going to the lane, dunking on people, going between his leg, behind his back, shooting a tray ball, like layup, everything you want to play. And I'm watching the game. I'm like, man, this dude is really good. And I'm standing next to a college coach, right?
Yeah.
Division I college coach, big college. And he like, yeah, I like him, coach. So we going around. The game keep going on. Dude, get a tech. Boom. Tech on him. He get mad. Man, what you talking about? Da-da-da-da. Dropping all these cuss words. Yeah. Me and the coach right here. I'm with the coach, literally sitting here with the Division I. Me and him. We like, damn. He like, man, nah.
Wow.
He like, that's not it. He grabbing the chair. He throwing the chair against the wall. Coach like, yeah, we can't do nothing with him. Sister coach like, yeah, we can't do nothing with him. Yeah. He's standing next to me. The head coach is sitting over there where all the coaches at. Yeah. You know how they got the coaches part. The head coach sitting over there. They both look at each other. Let's go to the next game. Ruin everything that he could have had.
His attitude.
Attitude. Cussing and stuff. Like, they look at all that, man. Because you got to remember, this is a business, and they want to look good when they go to their bosses. Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? If I want to promote this kid to this guy, he going to be like, well, what's going on with him? Why is he cussing every time?
Yeah, why
is he throwing temper tantrums? He's a grown man. Why he throwing temper tantrums? We can't do that here. Yeah. So it's like, what's going on? So, like, a lot of them, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Wow. I had a kid on my team. One of my teams, he lost the opportunity because he got on the sideline. He cussing. We had a bunch of coaches in the back behind us. Man, F that, da-da-da. I'm like, dude, just chill. You doing good out here. One little thing don't mess it up for you. But he started cussing and getting out of control, and boom. Literally a group of coaches stood up
and left. Wow.
Yep.
Just that quick.
Just like that.
And like probably almost had the offer locked in.
Yeah, he probably did. He probably did. I mean, dude had about 30 points that game. Like, he was going off, dunked on somebody, everything. Like, doing everything that you want to play to do. Like,
it was over with because his attitude.
Over with.
And you know what's crazy? I see a lot of kids exit themselves out just by, like, minute things. Yeah. Because a lot of kids, including myself at a point, thinking, okay, my game gonna take care of itself. Mm-hmm. But what's separating you scoring 20, 30 from this kid scoring 20 and 30?
And you understand when you go to that next level, everybody's good.
Everybody can score 20 and 30.
Everybody scored 20 and 30.
I had to realize that.
Everybody scored 30.
That was the first thing that clicked to me when I got to college, because by the grace of God, I was able to get to college. Mm-hmm. I started off at a JUCO, but I really don't care. That's the same. That's a level.
It's at the JUCO level too. Everybody can score.
Everybody. Coach, when I got to JUCO, shout out to my boy Ben Nkwasa.
Yeah.
Shout out to Ben. He was one of the coldest point guards I've ever seen. He's out of Dallas. I don't remember exactly what part, so I don't want to disrespect his area. Mm-hmm. Richardson.
Yeah.
Out of Richardson. Yeah. Coldest point guard I've damn near ever seen in my life. He went on to play at one of the Utah schools. Utah something. It was a green school. Anywho.
Yeah.
Anywho, cold.
Yeah.
Cold. And I'm like, man, it's kids back home that that think they got it and he wasn't a problem. You know what I'm saying? That was the biggest thing. But that's the part that stood out. I'm like, man, he's cool.
Y'all had a good little group with that Ranger.
Man, we had a cold squad. No, Jacksonville.
Yeah,
we had a cold little group right there.
You was at Jacksonville. Yeah, you was with Aaron Smith.
Absolutely.
My boy. Shout out to Aaron, man. He doing his thing as an assistant, man. Yeah, but
he moved on to a different school.
Yeah, he had a D1. He had some D1. I can't remember which one he had.
I can't remember off the rip. But nah, we had a nice little squad.
And Jacksonville not even around no more.
Really?
Yeah, they shut it down. They shut it down like, I want to say last year, or year before last.
Well, no disrespect, it was about time.
Oh, no, it was time.
Yeah.
It was time. See, the crazy thing was, before you went there, I had a homeboy in high school that played there. You know what I'm saying?
Really?
So when I went to go watch my homeboy play, I used to be like, whoa, these facilities are not up to date.
It was terrible. Coach, it was horrible.
I know.
I was so grateful to be there, but it was the trenches. Like, my
the dorms were small.
Yeah, it was like the projects. Like it was like literally like the hood.
You was in the country, middle of nowhere too.
Middle of nowhere. Luckily, I was 3 hours away from home, so I could hit that road and be back at the crib. But to my point, well, before I say this, they had like mold in the room.
Oh yeah, I know it's bad. I know it's bad.
I love Jacksonville.
Shout out to all the coaches that was there, man. They did their
Coach
thing.
Lyons. Shout out to Coach Lyons as well. Coach Lyons had definitely helped as I got to school. He kind of, I bumped my head a little bit and I wasn't listening to him. But shout out to Coach Lyons. Coach Lyons definitely he kept it real 100% of the way. I just was too young to kind of understand.
Yeah, y'all had some guys.
But to my point, a lot of these kids don't understand, man, what it really takes to get to the next level.
No, they don't.
And
they don't.
They think that, including myself and a lot of guys I was around, they think getting to the next level is making it at the next level. That's two totally different things. You can I've seen dudes get there and be kicked out in like a month and a half.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But you got there.
You got there. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You didn't stay, but you got there.
You didn't stay. And like you said with the kid that, his attitude and all of this and all of that, like, man, they have a short no bullshit policy with that stuff. Like, you get one good time to show your ass. And if you doing that, you better put up 50 a game. I'm talking about be like a Giannis at the college level.
Be a different level.
You got to be a different.
You got to be a guy that was really supposed to be at a Division I, but you had something happen. So
to do that, because it's opportunities there, but like your attitude is gonna get you out the door so quick. Your attitude, your work ethic, being late. That's another thing I had to learn. Being late.
You gotta be there on time.
I always think, okay. I mean, I saw the AAU games like 5 minutes late.
Exactly. I told you, it ain't gonna work.
It ain't gonna work like that. And you would always tell me, all right, look, I'm gonna put you in the game, but come on, man, get it together.
They gonna work next level, man. Them people watch all that, man.
Man, they watch
going to class, all that stuff, man. They watch and make sure you do
study hard. So a normal day is 5 a.m. workouts, 6 a.m. weights, probably 7 a.m. conditioning.
Yep.
Class from 9 to 1. Study hard from 1 to 3.
And then come back.
Come back to class. Come back to practice for like a little walkthrough for the game. Then you go home. You ain't ate yet. Cafeteria closed. Yep. You got $5 to your name.
You gotta find a Jack in the Box.
Yeah.
If they got that.
If they got that in the town you in, if you lucky. And you got an assignment due at 11:59, not midnight. 11:59. You know what I'm saying?
On the dot. If it ain't turned in, then you done.
It's late.
I know.
The assignment is locked. You gotta
turn it back in.
You gotta email the professor. You know what I'm saying? Do you think a lot of kids that you coach are ready for that? Honestly.
Oh yeah. Nah, like I say, I believe we get them ready with that. You know what I'm saying? By the time it's time for them to go, you know what I'm saying? All of them. So
I agree to that.
I think it's just like I say, it's a time thing. You gotta get ready for it. So it take time, but I think by the time they get to a junior year, they should be ready. You know what I'm saying? They should be some sort of ready. Junior, senior year, they should be some sort of ready by then. So, like I say, take time though.
Yeah.
From 8th grade all the way up, just paying attention, doing what you got to do, man. Take time.
So Houston Top Guns is a boot camp. It's a militia.
We trying, man. We trying to get them right. We trying to get all of them right, man.
Well, shout out to Houston Top Guns, man. I appreciate you stopping by the podcast, man. I really do. You got any comments or concerns or questions?
Nah, like I say, shout out HoustonTopGuns.com, man. Off season don't exist on Instagram. Like I say, we just moving and grooving. I'm about to start getting this gear back out with off season don't exist, these t-shirts and all this stuff going. So just be on the lookout, man. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to the Love Language Podcast, baby.
Absolutely, man. That's another episode. That's gonna wrap it up. I got my coach WARE, my AAU high school coach with me, man. He paid the way for a lot of kids in the Houston community, man. A solid dude, man. That wraps it up for another episode of Love's Language Podcast, man. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. Look out for the next one.